damaging and degrading act, no matter who commits it. Similarly, if there is a dogma, it is a very, very dangerous thing, no matter who creates, imposes, or propagates it. Why is dogma dangerous? It is dangerous because it obstructs the intellectual and creative expressions of people, which are the two basic and the most important factors needed for human progress. The well-wishers of humanity will have to be ever conscious of this harsh reality and constantly and boldly fight against all sorts of dogmas. This alone will ensure the creation of a healthy, happy and progressive human society. Let us now understand what exactly is dogma. As we all know, ideas are the seeds of actions. Becoming idealess means becoming inert or static. A man without an idea is practically dead. Therefore, if the mankind has to survive and make all-round progress, each and every man, each and every woman must enjoy freedom to generate newer and newer positive and constructive ideas. In other words, whosoever is working for the welfare of the people must be free to make discoveries, innovations and inventions in his or her fields of interest. Here, the question arises, how ideas are generated? Ideas are normally generated through the intellectual process, that is, through the application of reasoning and logic to understand the cause-effect relationship existing amongst natural or experimental phenomena. Intuition or direct perception is another means of idea generation. But even the ideas generated intuitively become commonly acceptable only when they pass the test of reasoning and experimental verification. Now, if there is an idea which does not have the support of intellectuality, reasoning and logic, but simply imposed on people, and the boundary line not allowing them to go beyond it and think of anything new, then that idea automatically becomes the dogma. A dogma creates unnaturalness, aversion to rational thinking, denial of experimental facts, and viviparous tendencies in the minds of people. That is why in the human history, dogmas have always proved to be very, very harmful and deadly to the human civilization. They have always caused great destruction and havoc in the society, have always worked as severe deterrents to the human welfare and progress in each and every sphere of life. Now, let us listen to the great philosopher and spiritual teacher, Shri Sarkar, who has made the concepts of dogma crystal clear and focused our attention on how it poses a great threat to the human progress, with a clarion call to constantly fight against it.
When one enlarges one's jurisdiction of microcosm, when one's nucleus coincides with the nucleus of the Supreme, one becomes one with the Supreme. And in order to do it, what one is to do, one is to increase the periphery of one's mind. And how one is to enlarge the periphery of one's mind? By a constant fight against all limitedness, against all physical limitedness and against all psychic dogmas. Physical limitedness, you know, this physical world, although it is very big, but it is not infinite because it is a limited projection of the macrocosm, the entity that has got boundaries cannot be infinite. So our universe with so many planets and so many galaxies is very big but not infinite. Similarly, in psychic realm, if there is an idea, that idea may be big, but if that idea is surrounded by boundary lines and no microcosm is allowed to go beyond those boundary lines, that idea is called a dogma. Dogma seals the futurity of human intellect. So, the man, the spiritual aspirant who wants to establish himself in the supreme stance must fight against dogmas. In the realm of philosophy, economics, history, archaeology and sociology and all other branches of science and humanities, dogma is a dangerous factor. You boys, you girls, you the spiritual aspirants must always remember that you must never surrender at the altar of dogma. In the past, dogma committed so many nuisances. Dogma created so many vociferous tendencies amongst this human society. Your slogan should be dogma no more, dogma no more. Establish yourself above the boundaries of dogma and be established on the excellence of human glory.
At the end of this video presentation, let us listen to a song of liberation written and tuned by Shri Ranjan Sarkar to keep us inspired to fight against dogmas. The song is "E Gaan Amar Alor Jharna Dhara," and the meaning is, this song of mine is a fountain of effulgence. On this rocky path, day and night, I keep on flowing, heedless of all obstacles. This song of mine is a fountain of effulgence. This path of mine is rugged and full of thorns. The flowing streams emanating from the source of life will shatter the granite prison walls. This song of mine is a fountain of effulgence.
দিনে রাতে উপল পথে দিনে রাতে বয়ে যাই বাঁধন হারা আলোর ঝরনা ধারা। এই গান আমার আলোর ঝরনা ধারা, এই গান আমার আলোর ঝরনা ধারা। এই পথ আমার বন্ধুর কণ্ঠক ভরা, এই পথ আমার বন্ধুর কণ্ঠক ভরা। উৎস হতে প্রাণের স্রোতে, উৎস হতে প্রাণের স্রোতে ভেঙে যাই পাষাণ কারা। আলোর ঝরনা ধারা, এই গান আমার আলোর ঝরনা ধারা, এই গান আমার আলোর ঝরনা।